Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about something that has piqued a lot of interest in the last couple days, and it's something that I really wanted to talk about just for a couple reasons that I'll get into in a minute. So let me go and redo this, and then we will talk about it. Scott Cawthon's wildly successful Five Nights at Freddy's could be coming to a movie theater near you. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Bros. Has picked up the rights to Five Nights at Freddy's with the intent to adapt the horror game series into a feature film. Producer Seth, whatever his name is, Smith, says the filmmakers want to turn the indie horror game into an insane, terrifying, and weirdly adorable movie. Cawthon is quoted as saying, he believes the story of Five Nights at Freddy's, in which the player must survive the nights trapped in a Chuck E. Cheese-like pizza joint inhabited by murderous animatronic mascots, really lends itself to being a movie. I agree with that to a certain extent. I'll just start talking about it now. The issue that I have with this, we're not even going to talk about Warner Brothers yet. The real issue that I have with this Five Nights at Freddy's being adapted into a movie is the fact that the entire experience of Five Nights at Freddy's is shrouded in mystery, right? Like, the reason why most of us are playing these games isn't for the actual gameplay. The gameplay lacks depth, it lacks creativity, but the story is insanely amazing. Like, it's one of the best horror game stories I've heard of before, and it's like, just disturbing. It's got every element you need in something horror, or paranormal, or whatever you want to call it. It's got the, like, creepy, gross element to it. It actually does have the scary element, and then it has the weird kind of paranormal element that all come together to make a good horror experience. I don't think that lends itself that well to be a movie to a certain degree, because in the game you're playing first person and you're the person doing it. Watching someone else do that is going to take any aspect of horror away that this game has. A lot of people don't even think it has any, but I legitimately thought the first game was scary. So we're going to go and keep reading here. The original Five Nights at Freddy's was released on Steam in the summer of 2014, and was later ported to Android and iOS. Cawthon followed up the original with a pair of sequels in just 6 months. The games have been a breakout success both on PC and on mobile. Currently, all 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games are in iTunes top 10 paid apps. So that's pretty cool. It's really nice for him that his franchise got successful. They're just showing some of the pictures here. So the issue with Warner Brothers, let me scroll up here so you can kind of see the title of the, I got the ad in there. The issue with Warner Brothers is the fact that Warner Brothers has bought up a lot of video game IPs to be turned into movies. One of the most infamous ones is the Super Mario Brothers movie, and if anyone remembers that movie was just plain awful. Most people didn't like it. I would say 90% of people didn't like it. Horrible reviews, horrible production, everything about it was generally bad, right? The issue is that Warner Brothers doesn't really seem like it cares about sticking to the form factor when it does these kind of movies. They're good at movies that they do in other respects that don't necessarily have like video games as source material. But when you're taking an interactive experience and taking that interactive part of it away, it really just kind of ruins it to a certain degree. I still think the movie could turn out good, but it's definitely not going to be as good as the games just because you're taking the interactive part out of a video game. It's pretty much just like, it's like watching someone else play the game versus you playing the game, but they have no funny reactions, right? Like, the reason why we all love watching people play this game is for the funny reactions. It's like watching that without the reactions. It's just going to be extremely lackluster, right? At least in comparison to the games. Not saying it's going to be bad, I'm just saying it's not going to be as top-notch as the games. Anyways, guys, let me know your opinions on this, because I know this is going to be a hugely debated topic. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace out.